Good morning everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Organic Factorio. Last episode we built this massive smelting system which has this double membrane and membrane bound smelters, and it outputs the chest instead of the bloodstream, just temporarily. And right now we will need to get more coal basically. Let's get some more stuff. As you can see, like, it's so effective that most of them just don't have anything to do. Or maybe it's so ineffective that most of them have nothing to do. It's a much fancier system. It's a lot of filter inserters, balancers and so on. So something 62% of the blood goes into the filter interface. And we could just increase this to much higher percentages by basically stacking it like 2 or 3 more times. Anyway, right now there are a few problems. Problem number 1 is that the coal production is kind of miserable. And problem number 2 is that we actually need coal in the first place, because I would like to make some of the things electric, I guess. I know it's not very organic, but come on. Just come on. Getting some solar power is just nice. By the way, in Bob's mods, you don't even need solar power. At some point you can just basically make energy from zero. The way you do it is actually quite fancy. So late game boilers are very efficient, and they're more efficient than 100%. So basically you just loop and use boilers and steam engines to extract solid fuel from the air. So use the hydrogen from the air to generate solid fuel, and you burn this hydrogen solid fuel to produce electricity, and just goes in a loop, and it produces more energy than it consumes. In my previous Factorio campaign, which was like, I don't know, almost a year ago actually, I've actually ended up using this system, but mostly for fun. I mean, I had so much solar power anyway. So I just did it just as a demonstration, and it was like a closed loop, and it just kept producing solid fuel with no input of any kind. It had no solar power, nothing. It just like, it was just an infinite loop. It was quite fun. Okay, that's a decent amount of coal miners. Just cover oh no, let's cover this in a nicer way. Oh, I run out of coal miners. That's quite unusual. I'll get some later. Okay. So sadly we only have small electric poles, which is kind of embarrassing at this stage of the game. But then again, what does it even mean state of the game if tungsten? I don't really want any tungsten right now. At some point I might. Okay, let's make sure it goes clockwise. Let's also make sure there's enough space around it. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And like, there's no massive reason to give this space around the entire field. It's kind of like wasteful of all the belts, but then again, like, basic yellow belts are quite plentiful right now, so there really is no worry. Okay, let's just merge them. Right. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna connect it to the rest of the system. First, let's just let's get rid of all this random junk standing in the way. Yeah, unfortunately it's quite far from everything else, and this is already like an external coal mine. So I guess I could just merge it here. Okay, I'm gonna just place some random electric poles. Just they're obviously not connected yet, but well, they will be at some point. No, that's actually a bad idea, because if I do it like that, it's not going to cover everything. Like if you drag and drop, if you just like drag electric line, it's just gonna move get the next one as far as it can, which is fine if you want a long distance connection, but it's actually horrible when you just want to cover everything with electricity. And I so wish I had mediums by now. But right now I don't have enough steel production. Okay. And it's gonna be a while until I actually have enough steel production. Okay, so how could we possibly set it up? There's really no reason to... Well, actually there's a good reason to make this a separate channel, because this is just so long. I kinda don't want this. I don't want this to make it to look like it's a single massive cell. I prefer to make the cell end here, and this be a channel between cells. Like, it makes really no difference in practice between those two scenarios. It just looks nicer. Okay, we'll just do it like that. That's gonna be very, very long, but that's well. What can we do? And that will have to last us for quite a while. And right now, as you can see, we're kind of researching solar energy, but saying researching is kind of probably like saying a bit too much, because our existing system cannot make any inserters, so we cannot make any science, at least not completely. We just make bits of science. Okay, yeah, so far. Oops, I just messed it up. Oh, everything goes clockwise, so that should go backwards. Okay. And oh, what the hell is this? Oh, just decoration. I thought this is like a small stone. Yeah, come on, robots. Just clear this all. Okay, so it's not too far. I'll have to think like how I'm gonna connect it to the other one, because I kinda don't want to have a separate bunch of channels for the second one. Okay, let's go there and take a look. So that's a second one, and this is like a single channel for it, and this channel is only half full. So what if this... Yeah, what should we do? Should I have like a channel... I'm not even sure what I should have. Should it go here? Maybe I should go here. Maybe that's the way. Okay, yeah, but I need... Oh my god, I need steel, and I don't have any steel. Oh, I have some steel, okay. So, let's do it like that. I will just make a separate channel going here. That sounds like a bad idea, in a way. Yeah, so let's make it go here, and if I need another one, I'll just have another one. It all sounds dubious as hell. Okay, let's just connect it. Can I cover? I can actually cover everything. Yee. Alright, okay, what do I do instead then? Because I have no way to reach those two with small electric pole. I have to relocate everything basically by a bit. And I like them to look like they're aesthetically connected, so I don't want like a random... because when you just have like a random normal factory, you don't really care about some random underground belt. By the way, I have not used a single underground belt so far. I mean, I placed them just for demonstration for a while, but that was not even connected to the rest of the system. Okay. So this will obviously need some chests, but that can wait. Alright. So yeah, second channel. And that's just for efficiency. I mean, this is kind of high volume thing, so for the sake of efficiency, I don't really want them to share the channel, because we had so many cold problems that... Oh, now we have a transport belt problem. Okay. I mean, that's easy enough to make, other than the fact that I'm making 20 other things. Also, I can grab a bunch of transport belts. I'm not really surprising. This is like the longest extension we've made so far. So we're actually producing small amount of transport belts. And I'm sort of tempted to destroy this entire system here. Okay, could you actually make some more? I thought I just gave you everything. Oh, you can't output because you're full. Okay, I'm just gonna do you a favor and just get rid of everything on those lanes. Yeah, let's just science this up. Again, don't really love this design here. I mean, it was like an early design and it serves its function for a while, but at some point I will just kill this entire cell cluster and build a new one. I mean, this, for example, that really needs to be high volume thing. And this, like, what do we even do with this? Do we do anything with this? I'm not even sure. This, what do we need for... What do we need here? Transparent inserter, but... Yeah, this doesn't do anything. It can't do anything. It doesn't get any wood at any point, so this is basically dead. And we're producing much more of this over there. Okay, so this cell dies now. Alright, so another dead cell. I might have to reconnect power lines afterwards, so I'm gonna remove them first. Yeah, so this is a dead cell. I completely missed this. Okay, power lines need to be reconnected, that's totally normal. Okay, yeah, please remove this. And that, and that. Okay. Yep, so, I mean, all this stuff is like, what the hell is happening here? So let's just clean this up. And there was something complicated happening here at one point, but that was a very long time ago. So I am not even sure what's happening here. Well, I think like this cluster of cells is older than our bloodstream. When I built it, every cell was connected to another cell by just a direct channel, like those are here. And yeah, they had connections like left, right, and every direction. So this is like a really, really old structure. And this channel is kind of like located in a really awkward place. Yeah, just make sure it just goes like that. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of all those lines. So let's make it a very narrow channel. And let's relocate the power poles somewhere more suitable. Oh, I cannot. Okay, I see the problem. Okay, to be honest, it's not that much of a problem because if I just remove one of them, it's just gonna work just fine. Okay, it's working fine. I don't see any signs that it's not. Okay, so one cell is dead. This seems to be moving just fine. Okay, I have a bunch of those. So we actually produced a bunch of science, just can't... yeah, we'll have solar power. We won't be able to build any useful amounts of solar power anytime soon. Okay, what about this? Yeah, please just keep doing the stuff that requires only red science, because I can build infinite amount of red science. Oops, okay, sorry, just a bunch of misclicks. So this doesn't actually fit in this design, so I could just maybe resize it. It just doesn't belong to this cluster at all. I mean, this kind of requires this, but I don't know. I guess I could just make this bigger. It's because I need so much belt, and some of this belt is just being moved out. Yeah, just accept that. And what happens to the belt? Just stays on. No, it doesn't stay on the line. It just gets output here. Where is this? There's like a bunch of chests on in the corner. Oh yeah, that's just some junk cell, some bunch of chests for random junk. Not sure if I need the copper cable or anything of that. Oh, solder plate. I think you can't use solder plate. I can't use that. I can't use that. I can't use that, and I can't use that. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, let's finish this. Okay, I'm still waiting for steel chests. So let's wire this. Okay, can't really see where it is. Alright, just like that. Fortunately I have the mod that makes the reach much longer, so I can do something like that. And that works really well. Well, it doesn't work perfectly well because I need to make sure my mouse is exactly where it should be. And after that I will still need to connect power. And this is not going to be very efficient because like even this small cluster required 2 channels to output to the blood, and this much bigger one that we're making now is going to require more than 2 probably. Well, more than 1 definitely. And not, especially not one that's shared with the other cluster of miners. Okay. Okay, robots are super slow, unfortunately. Can't really help that. Okay, yeah, just keep doing that stuff. Good, so they are working, and they're working at maximum speed, and everything should be... Well, actually, there's really no reason for this. I can just... Yeah, let's just make... No, this is aesthetics. I mean, just aesthetics wins sometimes with efficiency. This should be good enough. This should all be good enough. Should it be? I know this is like half as efficient, but like it just looks better. It looks better when those channels are look like this is separate from the cell itself and not just like stuck together for no reason. Like this is a cell and this is where it ends, and this is like a channel between cells. It just feels better to me. Like, I don't know, maybe I care about efficiency way too much. Why do I make 130 of them? I don't think I need more than 100. Well, let's make 60 for now. Yep, just build. I'm just cut the trees, it's fine. Oops. Yeah, I accidentally told it to cut that, and that shouldn't. Okay, I will have to check that it's actually getting all the way, and I'm slow as hell. I'm sure robots are gonna find me somehow. Yeah, so hopefully this should work. If not, we can always have like another channel on the other side relatively easily, except this iron patch, which I kinda want to exploit. And yeah, I also kind of want to redesign this entire cluster because this cluster is kind of messed up. So let's take a look here. Okay, I have all the wood. I need to get rid of this wood. I mean, it's not even that much wood, but it's some amount. And let's build that. I need more electronic stuff. It's being produced here very slowly. Okay, so one thing I could do is I could just basically expand this cluster. So right now there's this cluster of cells which is just basically thrown together, and I could just keep adding to it because like electronic stuff is just needed for a lot of things, but like it feels like it would just be ugly as sin. Maybe that still should do it. I mean, we could make inserters here, or maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should have like a stuff for making basic circuit boards in one place and the stuff for building the second level somewhere else. Not entirely sure. Anyway, I guess we could just build it now and think about long-term implications later. Okay, let's do it. Like, let's just take the easy way out and just add 2 lines. So one of the lines is going to be inserters. Wow, final inserters, right? Took us so long. And yeah, the entire design here is kind of like looks ugly, but that's just fine. I don't really care that much about this. And next thing we're going to build. Wait, what the hell am I doing? It's fine to have like a double lane, but having 4 lanes, that's just way too much. Okay, let's just have another lane of that. And this is going to be basic circuits, so basic electronic boards. Alright. And last thing is going to be smart, filter inserters. I wonder why they changed the name from smart inserters to filter inserters. Anyway, this is actually going to be a 2-level process, so this is going to look like this. So this is going to be filter inserter, and this is going to be a fast inserter. And okay, what do you need? You also need basic electronic board components, so like this. And let's build. Okay, that's as many as I can even. Okay, so let's just finish this. And yeah, fine. Possibly I should be using blueprints for that, but well, wait, that's just wrong. Okay, yeah, everything is going very quickly. And like the research I'm making right now, I really don't need that stuff. The only reason I actually research the stuff is because it's so easy. Because it only requires green science, which I have in massive amount of. Okay, what do you need? Well, actually, because it's only a single lane and nothing complex, I can just do it like that. and pretty much no matter what it does, it's gonna work. Just need to connect it to power and that's gonna work, and obviously close the loop, because right now this... Ooh, I need one more inserter. Didn't expect that. Okay, let's just get this, and... Oh, yeah, I can make tons of inserters. Anyway. This should work. I'm just randomly... I will replace them all with medium power poles as soon as I have them. I like despise the small ones so much. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to wait, unfortunately. Oh, not even that long. It's next in the queue. Oh, it's interesting. I actually have a car. Kind of forgot about this. This is one of the Arumba's things. That just like you start with so much stuff like a car. Why do I want a car? I never use cars. Okay. So this entire assembly requires a lot more iron than it has. Yeah, fine. What are you getting? You're getting solder plate, tin plate, iron, copper plate. It feels like if it requests so many things, it should probably be split into multiples, or at least have a much bigger... Come on, robots. Much bigger interface, because it literally has like just 5 inserters and 2 of them are specialized for coal. Come on, robots, come on. Just come to me. Okay. And what are you outputting? Yeah, a lot of stuff just loops. Okay, I'll just take a quick walk, and let's take a look. You require solder plates, so we're definitely not getting enough solder plates. Yeah, solder plates definitely deficit where? You just can't output stuff. Okay, electricity is fine. Then again, you also don't have input, so you don't have... Oh yeah, I guess because I broke it for a while, it's gonna take a while to get... Okay, so my workaround is not going to work because it's been broken for a while, so it's going to take a while for all the products to go all the way. Okay, so you have nothing, and yeah, that's gonna get this fast inserted from here, so you just need basic electronic board. That's inputs here. Basic electronic boards are produced here, so they have to loop all the way around, and you need basic circuit board for that. And yeah, this requires iron gears, and yeah, and I failed here. I completely failed. Ugh. Okay. Okay, this is a fail. This is a massive, massive fail. Okay, so this requires gears, and the gears are not going to be on the line. The gears are going to be outside of the line, so I have to basically move everything by a few tiles. Fortunately, robots are really good at this stuff, so let's do this. Oh, I have none. I have just 1 factory left. Okay, I can make more factories, but that's gonna take a while. Come on, come on. Okay, let's make a gear factory here. To be honest, like, gears are one of the things I could just output on the line. It's used by a few things, but like, it just feels like gears are a boring intermediate product. It's just easier to just build like a cluster of enzymes linked together instead of doing everything manual. Like, instead of having an entire transport system for that, just like do it once. Okay, this is done, and now let's place it. Is it here? Yeah, it should be here. Yeah, I'll need to connect it somehow. And they will complain that they don't have that, which is a valid complaint because I just deleted them. Oh well, okay. Now they should. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's make this produce gears. And that's intermediates, I guess. It's completely random as well. I mean, in vanilla it makes sense, but with Bob's mod it just feels random as hell. Okay, just connect it slightly more. Yeah, I should just take a walk around the entire system just to make sure everything is working correctly, because the last time it just wasn't. Alright. Not even talking about random disconnected power, because that random disconnected power is a easy problem to solve, because you can see that there's like a flashing thing. Oh, come on! I wish this was cute on the beginning. Like, whenever you click to manually do something, it should be cute at the beginning, not the end. It's such a simple idea. It just can't do it. It just can't do it. Yeah, whatever. Is there anything else I can do? Yeah, nothing. Everything is cute. Well, I have to do something slow. Okay. You're waiting for inserters and basic electronic boards. And this can't make basic electronic... No, it should, totally should. If it goes around, it should. Come on! Let's build a few of them, or at least build just 1 or 5 and then build the rest, not build everything at once. Like, when I tell them to like build 70, what's it gonna do? Build every single board first, like this. 200 boards, and only then it's gonna even start, instead of just building them one at a time. It's so dumb. I mean, like in vanilla, like, you don't totally need that, because you can go to full automations very quickly. But if you're playing with mods, you just need that stuff. That this should be fixed. This should be fixed. It's just so bad. That's one small part of the game that's really so bad. Oh, actually, I could remove this one. This has extra space that's not necessary. Anyway, it's going to take forever to propagate everywhere. So, you don't have wood of all the things? Guess I can just place all the wood there. I have excess wood, definitely. Let's make wooden boards out of wood. Like, I feel those here are really counterproductive, because the stuff, it's like resin and wooden boards are never coming back. So maybe I should make them come back. Okay. Okay, so let's make this intermediate products come back if they're moved all the way. What's intermediate product? Wood. Intermediate product is going to be where's the stuff anyway? I don't think we have copper cables ever on the okay, wooden board, basic circuit board, basic electronic board, and let's say tinned copper cable. And let's get more of this stuff. So let's say basic electronic component, and I think that's it for now. I'm sure I missed some things. Okay, inserters. But I kind of want inserters. Anything else? I mean, smart inserters are really should go somewhere else. It shouldn't be here. And small electric poles as well. They're not actually needed for any production. Okay, so let's just make this go a bit further, connecting to the power lines. And actually, this should be entire bloodline. The output shouldn't, but the input should, so let's just do it like that. So that doubles the amount it's getting. I mean, from 1/8 to 1/4, which might just be enough. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff just coming here. Probably shouldn't be, but well. Okay. Okay. So let's take a look and see if everything's working. And you just can't output stuff. Oh, because everything goes on a single lane. I never have any balancers anywhere. Okay, probably should place them every here and there. Don't have to be everywhere, but just some. Okay, so that's working. That's nice. And yeah, I'm gonna balance this even for this is relatively small, because it outputs 5 at a time. There's not enough solder plate. Don't I have some? I think I have some. Yeah, just place it here. Okay, there's not enough solder plate. That requires copper cable. That requires copper. I mean, copper is one of the most abundant stuff I have. Okay, apparently I don't have enough copper. I don't have enough wood, but I mean, wood is kind of random. Yeah, they're requesting copper, so I guess I'm too good at just removing the copper from the stream. Okay, you're just full. You don't get enough wood, but that's temporary. You don't get enough basic circuit boards. That's kind of strange. And that is because what? You don't have enough copper. Okay, I'm just gonna fill it with copper for now, because I just have so much. Apparently even my so much isn't enough. Okay, small cables. Why don't I have copper? Don't I have like ridiculous abundance of it? That's my question number one. Okay, so you can see here, like this is just not enough to... Oh, because I never put the chests here. Okay, that explains everything. Now it should just work much better. And now I need more chests. And oh, what is this stuff? Warehouse. Interesting. So what is storage size? This is storage size of 16. That's 72, but nobody makes this. That's 48. That's 150, and this is 350. No, 800. And it doesn't seem terribly expensive even. I mean... Ah, well, maybe it is. Okay, so we need some steel. What is this? This is just tin. Ah, well. Okay, okay. So, another look. That is full of... Oh, of coal of all the things. Oh, okay, I forgot one very important thing is that after it goes all the way, everything that it just gets back, it should just be returned to this... to the bloodstream, and right now it's not. So yeah, every cell actually needs that, unfortunately. Otherwise you get stuff like that, and it doesn't have to be efficient because you don't really expect a lot of stuff to get to the bloodstream. What the hell? Okay, come on. It can be quite inefficient, that's fine, but it needs some kind of return. Okay. Otherwise, this coal is going to block basically all the production. And the second thing is that this probably should be output somewhere. Oh, some steel. Oh yeah, because I manually put it there. Okay, that's not actually didn't smelt all that much. It actually would be best to do it on the other side after it's already smelted. Although, like, because like the blood here is much more dense than here. Like the difference is that here it has all the ores and here it doesn't. So it should, any kind of output channel should probably be on this side. Okay, so this can be completely indiscriminate dumping, basically. Not sure what groundwater actually does. Presumably just water, but then again, maybe it's something fancy. Right, so let's do it like this, and I'm gonna remove the chests, because that was just a temporary nonsense. So yeah, the design is still horribly inefficient. You know, it's going to do something. Yeah, it's not very dense. It seems that things are getting smelted quite fast. Okay, that's good. Oh, ugh. And there's probably need for some load balancing between them, between the lanes. At least it's gonna be needed once after the amount of ores is much higher, because right now it's just completely flooded with coal and it can't get anything else. So I'm just gonna clear the coal from the lane. Yeah, let's clean up. Let's clean up. Like, the cell is self-cleaning, as every cell should be. But self-cleaning is gonna take forever. It's meant for, like, to work eventually, it's not meant to work efficiently. Okay, that should leave enough space for everything else. Perhaps I should just make only some of them carry coal, because otherwise, like, this is the input of the coal, and that should have the highest priority for coal, and that's really not a good design. Possibly most of them should not be allowed to carry coal. Let's say half of them are only going to carry ores. So in this case, at least 50% of the stuff we input, assuming that's full, is going to be ores. Not sure if that's actually meaningful what I'm trying to do. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it seems that it's getting rid of stuff quite efficiently. It's really weird it's outputting directly to the bloodstream instead of getting an intermediate step, but well, what can we do? Okay, let's get rid of the stuff. Oh yeah, actually let's unget rid of this stuff and just build some inserters and for now. Okay, yeah, that's working quite well. What is the problem with this then? Because like this is completely full and just doesn't output at all. Okay, this seems stuck. Okay, yeah, that's it's really nice that you can just see just from the flow if things are connected correctly or not. Any kind of mistake is just gonna be quite immediately visible. Okay, so let's just keep going. Let's see if the call is ever reaching this, because this call is the call I inserted. So let's see if any call just comes here. It seems that the call is actually coming here just fine. And that is strange. Why those boilers are not working? Oh, I guess electricity production is less than max possible, so that's fine. I'll just take a walk. Yeah, it's all. Oh, this is really sweet. By the way, I have a mod that if a miner ever runs out of resources, it's automatically marked for deconstruction. That is just so so nice. Then you just walk around and everything is just gonna be deconstructed whenever it's needed. So you don't have to just look at it. Oh, does it have anything? Does it not have anything? It's just much nicer. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, you don't have anything. You don't have iron. And you don't have the boards. You don't have wood. God, nobody has anything. Yeah, so... Oh, okay, so here's the big problem. Is that this stuff has priority relative to this stuff. So basically, like, everything should be allowed to cycle right now. Things do not. So, for example, like, let's say we get wood. Okay, let's get wood gets here. And... Or, okay, let's say solder plates. Okay, so solder plates travel all over the place. Travel here, we make solder. And it never reaches the consumption point, it just gets output. And eventually, after all the filtering and stuff, some of the solder plates is going to go back. Wait, it's not, because I never actually said it properly. Okay. But this is horribly inefficient design. Because this cluster was never really like, I mean, properly designed, it's just randomly laid out. So that might require a total redesign to actually function in a meaningful way. Okay, let's just keep going. That's full. Other than that, it seems like it's working. Let's take a look at this. Seems like the production is just too low because what's missing? Lead is missing. And possibly I should have a separate input and output channel here, because it just doesn't get any lead, and it's not like there's not enough lead in the system. Like, just doesn't reach anything. So yeah, so we're back to a problem basically the same as everything else, is that I produce enough of something, I have enough potential consumers, but the delivery by just a single bloodstream is just pretty inefficient. Without going through like a lot of hoops to make it so. So, for example, you see this lead, even this one is on the right lane. But it just went this way and not that way. I mean, this is like a bit of lead, but it just... So, those two plates, they're going to go here. But this is like only 1/8 of all the lead that's coming. So, I'd say what we need is something closer to... It doesn't have to be 100% filtering, but 1/8 is bad, especially since at some point we have to extend the bloodstream. So let's say even if like it got half of it, and not, you know, 1/8, which is just miserable and is only going to get worse. And yeah, I can just add more channels, because every channel after you, so if you have a channel splitter, it eventually does something, but that's such a slow process. So I probably have to think about something. So for now, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.